Kiwis love being outdoors, so why not transform your outdoor living space with a Sunview? With our quality range of stylish pergolas, outdoor blinds and awnings, having a Sunview is like adding a new room to your home, but for a fraction of the price. Enjoy the outdoors all year round with a range of products to suit your needs. Book a free consultation now with Sunview and see the difference.
Look, we're going to move on to another story now that came up late last week during the Post-Primary Teachers Association, that's the Secondary School Teachers Union, their conference in Christchurch. And in what seemed to be quite a coordinated full-court media push in Radio New Zealand, the Herald stuff, out of the conference came reports of a report that says there's rising extremism amongst our secondary school students, and there are things called Trump boys, which are concerning teachers greatly. The person leading the charge on this and getting all the coverage was Paul Stevenson. Paul is an art teacher at Rangitoto College, and I think the president of the Auckland chapter of the PPTA. So what is the problem? What is all this extremism? How does it manifest itself, and what does the study say? Paul Stevens joins us by video link now. Paul, good morning. Thank you for coming on the platform.
Hi, Sean. Good to be with you.
All right. What is the study you did? Or what do you base the claims of rising extremism on?
Yeah, so there's plenty of data in this, both out of the UK and
Well, hang
Australia.
on, New Zealand. Can we just get New Zealand data, please?
Yep.
Okay, what's really the data in New Zealand say?
So we've been finding increasing numbers of our teachers who are telling us that they're experiencing the same thing, and so we're calling for more research.
Hang on. That's anecdotal evidence. What does the data say? How many teachers, and what are they reporting? And how does that compare with what they were reporting a year ago or a year before that?
So in terms of the numbers, that's really what we're wanting to find out.
Hang on, Paul. You said you had data and numbers. You're telling me now you don't have data and numbers.
We're here to talk about the issues that we're very much seeing.
No, you were here to tell me what you based your claims on, and you said you had tons of data. Give me some.
Well, the data that we have had out of the government report from 2023 on these issues is highlighting that.
What is the data? What data does that report give us?
So this is the Hiruka Hikatea report, which was done in 2023 by the Chief Science Advisor, and that found that as many as 60% of young people who are of people who are referred to for extremist behaviour are young people, and so we're finding younger and younger people who are being. Well, hang on,
60% of young people who are referred to who for extremist behaviour are young people. I would have thought 100% of young people referred to services for being extremist are young people.
No, there are people from a range of ages who are referred to for extremism, and the fact that so many of those are young people is really shocking.
You warned of rising extremism. Could you please give me some data points that show me that over time extremism is rising?
The whole point of the paper is to ask for more research into the area.
No, it's not. The headline said, "Your warning of rising extremism." Could you please show me some data or evidence to support that claim?
That's what this paper is asking for the government to do, to actually look.
So you don't know that there is rising extremism because you have no evidence or data to suggest so?
It's something that we are finding in the work that we do.
What work? Show me the work that you've done that shows that you've found that.
Well, in the conversations that we've been having about what's going on in the classroom, we are finding types of bullying and responses from young men in our work as teachers that we haven't been seeing before. So that's what's really highlighting that.
How much? How many times? What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what are we talking about?
What the hell are you talking about? Because you haven't given me any actual facts here. You've given me a feeling that some of you have had a talk and said you don't like some of the stuff you're seeing.
And that's the reality, to be honest. Yeah, sure. I mean,
is that all
Sure,
you've got?
we're-
I'm honest, Paul, is that all you've got? We've had nationwide reporting of a rise in extremism in the classroom, and you've got nothing.
as a group, we're asking for more research into this, and that's the government's
Why?
role. It's the ministry's role to be responding to these issues.
There is no issue. You can't give me proof of any issue. I mean, for God's sake, you're talking about some program called Adolescence. Are you basing your research on a work of fiction?
No, that's not the point at all, Sean. And I think that your attitude at the moment of acting as if these aren't issues when most people recognise that they absolutely are issues.
No,
This
they
is something
don't.
that we are seeing
No, they
from
don't.
younger and younger people. We're seeing it from an increasing number of teachers who are
How
reporting
many?
it in the classroom.
How many? How much? How do you measure that increase empirically?
Sean, I'm a working teacher and yes, a union member, and I'm wanting to highlight these issues because the amount of response that we've had from our members about these issues, it is
Response
the role
to
of the
what? A
government to
survey or
engage.
research? Can you show me the survey or the research, please?
I'm here to talk to you about the kinds of issues that we're seeing in the classroom.
Well,
right?
no, you're not.
And-
You're here.
and-
It seemed to me you're here to make stuff up. Could I ask you how you define extremism?
So the way that we describe extremism, the main way that we're talking about it is in terms of misogyny, but you do also see it both in terms of misinformation.
Well, define
and-
misogyny. How does that manifest itself in a school student?
So it'll often be young men who have been online and particularly engaged with what's referred to as the manosphere. And so these are a group of particularly bloggers, but also people on podcasts and on TikTok who are...
And how do you
who are-
measure how many New Zealand male school students have been involved in the manosphere? Is there a survey? Do you survey anyone? Do you have any data on that?
The whole point of this paper is to be asking
No,
for the
so
data
the answer to
to
that is
understand
no.
the extent of the issue.
Aren't you just a
Yeah,
little bit
we've already
upset?
answered that.
Aren't you just a little bit upset, Paul, that young New Zealanders might be being exposed to ideas that you don't agree with?
I don't think it's as simple as that, because if the ideas that we're talking about, particularly from people like Andrew Tate, are...
Do you know how many young
Effectively-
New Zealanders at school in New Zealand access Andrew Tate or take what he says seriously?
We know that it's any number because
So, no, you don't
way
know
that
how
we
many.
come out of the
Okay,
classroom,
you don't know how many.
Sean, you're being a bit Pollyanna here. At the
No,
end of the
you
day,
are just making things
we know
up,
that
Paul.
it's out
Paul,
there.
I
We
do
know
know
that-
one
we know
sort of
that young men are
extremism.
engaged.
I do know one sort of extremism that you're on the record as engaging is you say, and I think all New Zealanders would agree with you, that we don't want our kids to be politicised or to be polarised at school, right? We want their minds to be left alone, right? Why do you feel it necessary to be openly gay when you teach?
Are you describing being gay as extremist?
No, I'm just saying, why do you feel that your sexuality needs to be openly displayed when you're in a classroom?
Wouldn't any other teacher's sexuality be openly displayed
Nope,
when they...
I can't
wear
remember a
wedding ring
single
and go by
teacher I've had who told me how he liked it or they liked it. It just wasn't an issue. They were there to teach me. You see, some people would look at you and say that's extremist.
Kiwis love being outdoors, so why not transform your outdoor living space with a sun view? With our quality range of stylish pergolas, outdoor blinds and awnings, having a sun view is like adding a new room to your home, but for a fraction of the price. Enjoy the outdoors all year round with a range of products to suit your needs. Book a free consultation now with Sunview and see the difference.